Yo, Wagwan Krusty Crew, welcome back to another video on whatever we're calling this channel. It is cold as hell outside. It is frosty in Toronto this time of year. My Christmas tree is having an aneurysm. I left something on the TV, so I'm going to get copyrighted. Everything's just big prop right now, but I'll tell you what's not a problem. This new Flareon deck. I actually didn't plan that intro. It worked out better than I thought. This Flareon deck is a deck that most of you know I hold very near and dear to my heart. I played this to the World Championships last year when no one else really did. It's a deck that I've always believed in. I've always had fun with. I think for me, this deck is just one of those decks that always is there, never is the best, never is the worst. Obviously very difficult to play, but also very rewarding. And now we have a new card in the Dawn supporter that came out in Phantasmal Flames that I haven't actually seen people have been using in this deck, but to me it makes a lot of sense. So I wanted to give it a roll here on the channel. We can try it out together and see if we can get some usage out of it. I had already done a couple of games that I recorded for this. I'm going to scrap those. Those are both wins, and we used Dawn in both, but I had some audio issues, so we'll forget about those. We're just going to do it all over again, and we're going to try Dawn. That's the only change we've made to the deck, like literally just Dawn. We'll go over it in a sec, so let's hop in right now. All right, guys, welcome in. Let's do this real quick. Let's try this one more time. I've tried this like 4 times now. I'm so bad at this YouTube stuff. Anyways, this is the list. I still can't make this list bigger, which is phenomenal in 2025 that you can't do that. But anyways, it's a very basic Eevee list. I'll have it down below in the description so you can have a look at it. The main card is this. This is Dawn. It's like a pseudo Cyrano sort of. Cyrano was a really good card to grab Pidgeot. Why did I say Pidgeot like that? Pidgeot. To grab Pidgeot, grab Flareon, grab Eevee EX, grab Latias EX, Trapagos EX, Ogerpon EX, whatever it was you needed to accelerate to plus set up your board. This card, despite having the restriction of having a basic stage 1 and stage 2, we're now able to grab Noctowl, which is huge. So we can use this to grab Noctowl that grabs us the rare candy for the Pidgeot, and then as well as we can grab baby Eevee if we want to. We can grab the Hoot Hoots, we can grab all that stuff. So this card is really, really good. And like I said, this is my 4th time recording this, so I've had a lot of playing with this now. This card is seriously good, and I have no idea why no one else plays it, but it is very, very good, and we're going to try it out and hopefully show it off here. So, top new game. If anyone's a whiz on OBS, I need some help here. My screens keep freezing, and it's ruining my recording, so if y'all could let me know what's going on. My camera still works, and it goes through the whole recording, but my live screen will just freeze, and for whatever reason, it picks up audio, but doesn't pick up the video of it. I'm thinking maybe my computer's just a little too weak. If any nerds are out there, you know how to help me, please do let me know. But yeah, this deck is really cool. I think we're playing against Stevie Wonder here, apparently. This deck is like, I don't know, it's kind of fallen on hard times in the sense that I think the matchups that it was bad into have gotten better. Like those decks have gotten better, so the matchups are more prevalent, like they're happening more often. I see that a lot with a lot of like the big HP decks. So like I put this deck down after Worlds. I was so scared of the, well, not scared, but it was really, really tough to deal with the Mega Pokemon. That was obviously a big issue. And they just have too much health for us to kind of go through. I see a Mimikyu here. It makes me question if I even want to play this game. Let's just get down a Nest Ball. I guess putting down a Phantom's not what you want to put down against a Mimikyu, but I mean, let's just play as if it's a normal matchup. We get Pidgey, Pidgeot. We have Dawn. We can show it all off. It's beautiful. We have the rare candy. Let's hope we're not playing against Pidgeot stall, which I have some concerns that we might be, but we will see. Put down that, and we can grab maybe Pidgeot here. Didn't do too much looking into our prizes. I kind of just want to see what this is before I commit to this game fully. We are missing a Grass Energy, so that is definitely something to consider. I think we'll be okay with just the one Hoot Hoot for now. I'm not seeing a lot of aggression on my opponent's side, so let's bench all these. We'll see if we live to regret that. Or sorry, we do have the Grass Energy in hand, so we can attach that there. And we will end our turn. Yeah, this deck has been pretty cool. I've been having a lot of fun with this. If this is Pidgeot control, I will quit. We will get out of here so we can play against something a little bit more entertaining, I suppose. Pidgeot control is still a winnable matchup for this deck. It's just you don't want to go through all that just to, you know, get stalled out. So we'll see what's going on here. What is happening? Crispin. What are we playing? Is this Crustle? What could this be, guys? I actually don't know what this is. I'm kind of stumped. So Dark to the hand, Fighting to the Mimikyu. We're getting turn 1 Ghost-Eyed. Interesting. Fighting plus Psychic. I actually don't know enough about the current format to know what this is. Thankfully, we do have a response. We can actually get the Pidgeot up here if we wanted to. If this wasn't a Mimikyu, we could just go for game here with Ogerpon, but unfortunately it is. So let's go with... Do you want to match the Terapagos or the Eevee? We'll go with the Eevee here. That way we can use our Noctowl. Let's go grab a rare candy. Honestly, I think at this point, just grab a Stadium and just kill this thing. Doesn't seem like our opponent has a whole lot going on here. So grab that and grab that. We can Dawn for the pieces that we need. Not a bad idea to grab a Flareon there. Let's grab a Hoot Hoot and the Pidgeot. Still don't know what we're playing against. Let's go ahead and rare candy into that. Area 0 plus the energy should get us to where we need to go, and we have a free Pidgeot still. So the Pidgeot's really good. You see right there how much Dawn helps. Like, our board is just immediately set up, which is awesome. I'm not too sure what we're gonna need next turn. Like, it's kind of tough because we don't know what they're playing. Not a terrible idea to maybe go for a Crispin here just preemptively, because we know we're probably gonna need to set up this Flareon at some point. I mean, at this point we're in so deep anyways, might as well bench that. Okay, have the KO here. Hopefully this is going to work out. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, so I've been having so many issues with OBS. It's been ridiculous. And like I said, so the first time I recorded this was like a week and a half ago when I was like fighting to get into Toronto Regionals. And I did it while on live, basically, with Flareon. I see a Pokegear for an Arvin. I still don't know what we're playing against. Let's see before I start telling this story. Just get a cut off here. Trolley, energized. So I guess maybe this is just the Mega Kang. We'll see shortly. Anyways, I was registering for Toronto Regionals during, and then I had a whole fiasco, which is a story I will explain at some point in this video. But yeah, I just want to get through this first game, and then we can figure out where we're at. I did end up getting in. There was only 120 spots, and somehow I did get in, but it was tough. Okay, so it is the Kangaskhan Bouffalant wall thing. So let's play this game out. We're not gonna quit. See Turbo Energize coming down. I'm just going to make a quick cut real quick, make sure my thing is recording. All right. Looks like we're good. Apologies. Got to go back to full screen. Turbo Energize does come down. There's 2 energies on the Kangaskhan. So this matchup is actually really tricky. This matchup is not easy. We have to find a way to kill this Kangaskhan at some point and then take 3 prizes around it. And if we boss at any point, we're not going to be in good shape. So I think this turn we'll go in with the Turbo Energize. Or sorry, not the Turbo Energize, with the Burning Charge. I think that's the smart thing to do here. Just go in with the Flareon. Let's get some stuff going. It's really tough for us to ever kill this Kangaskhan. So we're going to need to do some funky business here. Let's go with Crispin. Grab some cards. So here's the other cool thing we can do. If they start to overexert, we can use Leafeon to punish a Kangaskhan with the first attack. Now, is that going to happen? I don't know, but we can plan as if it will. So we probably want to get down the other Eevee here. We have no... Is that correct? Oh, there are the energies. So we have... So I think we'll go with this then. No, we'll go with this. Okay. Let's go do that. What I want to do this turn now is get an Eevee back on the bench so that we can start powering that up. And I want to bluff what this is going to be. So our Eevee is gone, unfortunately, due to that Mimikyu. So we do have to go for the Night Charger here. I want to bluff what this is. Let's go with that. We'll leave the grass in there strategically. We're not going to attach a grass here at all. Let's go with a Burning Charge. So we're going to try and disguise this as a Flareon. And it's not like our opponent can really play around the Leafeon. Like, if they want to really set up their board, they're going to have to really get some energies down here. The most likely outcome here is that they don't Turbo Energize again and they just energy switch and attach. But let's leave our options open just in case. Our easiest way to win this game is to like plunk this at some point and then just take a 1 prizer. What we don't want to do is leave damage on the board if they got double Monkey Dory going on, because we'll get in a lot of trouble there. This matchup's not great, obviously. So we'll see what they come up with. So they do have the energy, do have the E-Switch. Okay, just as we predicted. So we hope they don't flip double heads here. I would love to next turn, let's go with an Iono. If they don't do anything, then I guess we'll just chill. They did have, yeah, they did actually do nothing the first couple turns. So let's assume they don't have like jumbo ice creams in their hand. Because I think this will be the turn, provided we don't get miraculously knocked out. I think this is the turn where we should just hit into them. and just hope they can't heal it all off. Okay. Let's see. Hopefully we don't die. Okay, cool. If they flipped one heads there, actually, hilariously, I wouldn't have been able to Carnelian next turn because I would have just been monkey damaged to death. So they didn't do much. So I'm going to go off. We did top deck the Iono, which makes it even more tempting. But I'm going to go off with the idea that they don't have what they need in their hand. They played the Arven the turn prior. They didn't play another Arven. I don't even know if they drew 2 cards with Run Errand. I guess they did. But I'm going to go off on a whim that they don't have what they need here. You could also argue this would be a great turn to KO Boufflant. And maybe you're right in saying that. Maybe I should just KO Boufflant here. Because I have the ability to do it. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I should just do that. Well, what do we want off this Pidgeot? This is like an embarrassment of riches. So, doesn't hurt to get energy here, but I don't know what we're going to do with that. I think we're going to go with the... let's go with the Crystal and keep it in hand. Because this may turn into a Leafeon, but this also may turn into a Flareon if they don't replenish this Boufflant. One thing I did forget to check is the Black Belt's training. But I guess that we will figure that out. I just realized I cannot KO this Boufflant because it protects itself. That was goofy. Oops. Let's do that. Yeah, because I don't want to waste a Sparkling Crystal on a Flareon, a Carnelian, a Boufflant. That just isn't very good. So it's Burning Charge. We can get down another energy. I don't know if we really want to. There's not much here that I really want to power up, so let's just keep it there. We're cool. Get another prize card. Hopefully it's that Fire. It's a Flareon. Oh, we have the Fire. I don't know what I was tweaking about. Okay. So I guess now, maybe this works out for the better, actually. Because now we can evolve to Flareon, put down the Crystal, and I Iono them to a lower hand size. Because they're going to take the KO here. I Iono them to a lower hand size where hopefully they don't have the Ice Cream. My concern is from there is that if our Flareon does get KO'd by a couple heads or something, then we are in a world of hurt. We'll see what this Nest Ball is for. Because the other thing we could do, if we don't have any ways to win this game, we could just try and lose this game. And by that, I mean, like, bait them to take all these 2 prizes so that we get a 3rd Gust from our counter catcher. Because we're at 3. So, in theory, if they put down, like, a 2 prizer for whatever stupid reason, we could go ahead and kill that. Okay, Bravery Charm does come down, so that does complicate things a little bit. So our Carnelian's hitting for 220. After the Monkey Dory, or just a single Monkey Dory, it'll be 190. So if it's at 190, it has 350 health. Yeah, we do still 2-shot it. We do still 2-shot it. Let's just go in with this. Oh, I gotta discard some stuff. Just this, it's fine. Going with that. Will Iono them to a low hand size here? We do have the pieces that we need. I really do hate using a crystal here, but I think it is unfortunately necessary for what we're trying to achieve. No need to play anything else down. I do think this is actually pretty good, so let's put that down. We could just jet this, but do I want to use my jet? I think that was the other card I had prized, right? Or maybe I do have the jet. Just in case we do have to reset Carnelian, I am a little bit hesitant to put this jet down, but it also feels really good just to get an attachment in case we die. I'm going to go ahead and do it. We have the free retreat anyways. Let's go with the Iono, bring them down to 3. Let's hope they can't put anything together here. It's basically our only way of winning because we can't gust 3 times. Buddy Poffin, get down another Hoot Hoot. Kind of take a look at what we're going to be trying to get with the Pidgeot. Funnily enough, actually, if we fed them a 1-prizer at some point, we could have just tried to play into them killing a 1-prizer and us using Briar to KO something with a counter catcher. But I mean, like, that line is just so difficult to pull off. What do we want here? There's nothing that we immediately need, obviously. We have everything that we need right now. So I'm thinking we just go for a Noctowl. That way we have that for next turn. I think that's fine. Let's retreat and put down as much damage as we humanly can. So we're going to put down 220. So if they get another Monkey Dory plus an energy, they can heal down to 160, which would give them 190 remaining, which would not be enough to survive another Carnelian. Contrarily, if they do get an Ice Cream, we are in a little bit of trouble. They're going to heal down, hit us. Mind you, this is all contingent on them not hitting a heads here. Because if they get nothing, but then hit a heads, they still KO our best option. The penny. Okay, so they're going to just put down the monkey again. Okay, this doesn't change anything from our math. It still comes down to, can they hit heads? If they hit heads, they probably win. If they hit tails, they lose. That's quite literally what this is. If they hit heads, so be it. That is what it is. Oh, not the frickin' Ice Cream, man. Alright, so now they just win, I think. They're at 270. There is a tails, though, so we are going to get another hit. Okay. We are going to get another hit. How does this change things? So the Pidgeot still does have to be for the jet. So we need that to, you know, do stuff. Yeah, it is there. So we are going to jet. I'm just thinking about... Wait. We're at 270. Even a black belt is still 10 off. Is there a world where we just go for the black belt and just try and smack this thing as hard as humanly possible? We just needed one damage mod. Like, we just needed like a jamming tower or something, but we don't have enough. Let's go ahead and jet this up, because we're going to do this either way. Just thinking about if I want to use the Noctowl here. Like, what are we going to get with this? Could set up our board with like a bear in case, but at this point they're all in on this Mega Kangaskhan, right? Like, they need a bunch of stuff. They are going to Monkey Dory, put 30 on here, and if they get another Monkey Dory with an energy, then they can KO this, and then we'll have to put up a Pidgeot and survive a couple flips. But I think that is par for the course at this point. Don't think there's much else to do. We do hit 220. They have 270. Just double verifying this, that our math does not work. Does not. I'm not scared of Iono here. If they Iono us, then whatever, so be it. They are alive with 50 left. Let's see what happens. This is going to be fun. I think it comes down to a coin flip basically either way. They will need to hit a couple coin flips, unless they have Monkey Energy plus Boss. In which case they will not have to hit a couple coin flips. I mean, I will give this deck credit for one thing. It's like, it's always interesting. It's always interesting when you play against Mega King. Like, I was testing against it yesterday too. It's like, every game I play, it's fun. Is it cheese? Yeah, super. Like, playing with it, playing against it, it just feels like Boss Simulator half the time. And it also feels like you're just jumbo ice creaming all the time, trying to get to where you need to go. So there is an Adrena Brain coming. So it does go on the active, so maybe they do have another Monkey plus Dark in their hand. I don't see why else you'd put it there. Maybe there's another way for them to take a KO. Like, maybe they have like a... Maybe they're not going to attack with King this turn. Vessel coming down. Okay, so let's... Yeah, we're going to assume there's another monkey in their hand. Gonna take the KO. We're gonna give them the Pidgeot. We're gonna hope they flip two tails, or they don't flip double heads in a row. Double Dark. Just the way they're like sequencing makes me think that they continuously don't have it. But I'm sure they do if they're playing all these cards out the way they are. It's just like, I don't know, the way that I would play it out in my head is get the Monkey Dark down first before I Adrena Brain, just in case like there's some weird thing where you don't have any energies left, or Monkey Dory, and like, I don't know, it just seems like the foolproof way to play it if you have it, but it doesn't really make sense to do it otherwise. There's another Kangaskhan hitting the board, of all things. Oh, so they don't have it. So then why would you Adrena Brain to the active? That don't make any sense. Do you play like Rocket's Bomb? What's going on here? And a concession. All right, so they actually didn't have it. So we actually did get across the finish line with that, which is pretty dope. I'm very happy with the way that went out. But like I said, Kangaskhan's always like kind of cheesy. We got to show the power of Dawn that game, which is really fun. So let's hop into another one just in a second. Just going to make sure we're still recording because I am paranoid as all hell. All right, we're back. I can't believe it. It actually recorded. It worked. So you're going to see that game. We're playing against Stevie Wonder again. So we'll have another game of Mega Kang. I think I'll probably just scoop this one because I don't want to play against the same deck twice. Let's just get out of here. Probably tank my Elo a little bit, but that is fine. I don't think there's any point in playing against Mega Kang again. We already showed kind of how that matchup goes, and it doesn't really go very well most of the time. We kind of got, I think the post-mortem of that game was that we took the 3 prizes when we needed to on those little baby guys. Definitely a misstep for me trying to kill the, well, that turn that I went for the boss, thinking I could kill the Boufflant with the Burning Charge when I couldn't, so that was definitely a misstep by me. But that's kind of what this deck is. Like, if you don't make misplays, you can win a lot of games. The problem is, like, these big HP decks are just really hard for this deck to come through with. Obviously, there are going to be people who do still succeed with this deck. Like, I feel like this deck is good for a top 32 at basically every regionals. There's always somebody playing it, and to my Flareon army, I tip my hat. But it definitely is a lot harder to win games than it is with other decks. You'll find that, like, you pick up, like, I could come on here, I could play Gardevoir, I could play Dragon Ball, we'll win 4 or 5 games out of 5 easily. And, like, but that, you know, is true already, right? We all know Gardevoir and Dragon Ball are good decks. I feel like testing decks like this is fun because you get to see what these other decks can do. And I've been a big proponent, even with the people that I coach, just saying, hey, learn this deck. Even if you never play it properly, learn this deck and see where it goes, because I think it's definitely helpful to know decks like this. Top deck of Fan Rotom, never can complain about that. Our hand is kind of questionable. That Briar really always, like, kind of jumbles it up. We have Pidgey, we have Pidgeot, we have Pidgeot, we have Dawn, we have Dawn. We can show everything that we want to show 2 games in a row, and hopefully we're recording again so you guys can actually see this game. So we're going to go with Hoot Hoot Pidgey. We have a Noctowl in hand. We have our Candy in hand too, so we can just, like, kind of hard commit to the Pidgey there. Go Hoot 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 Pidgey. We do not have Baby Eevee, which sucks. Which means we kind of are committed to the bit of Ultra Balling here for the Eevee EX, which is fine. Let's go ahead and do that. Don't think we'll need this. Bombing Briar never feels great, but I don't think we have a choice. I didn't check for Latias either, but we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. So our next turn, if we want to get a Burning Charge, looks like a Noctowl for Dawn plus... no, we can't really do that, Kim, because we need an energy. It basically depends on what we top deck. Maybe we just go in with a Unified Beatdown next turn. I also don't know what we're playing against. This could be Mega Kang again, could be Mega Absol, no clue. Could also be Mega Lopunny. There's a bunch of cards that play, or a bunch of decks that play Mega Kang now. It seems like a really good draw engine. Why wouldn't it be another Mega Kangaskhan? I think this one will stay in it. Let's just play it. We're in this deep now. Let's game. Let's go. I can kind of, like, verbally explain too, like, how these other matchups go. Oh, there's no Turbo Energize. What the helly? Okay. Hey man, fine by me. So we did not get an energy off the top, which means we cannot go for Dawn here. We could go for Hilda. I forgot about Hilda actually. Go for Hilda plus Crystal and just give this thing a smack. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. So let's Hilda for the Pidgeot plus... Oh, we could actually go for Jet and get the Flareon still if we use this Ultra Ball. Or just Pidgeot for the Flareon. Works with me. So let's go with the Jet then. Rare Candy Pidge. Let's use the Pidgeot to get the Flareon, and we'll Flareon evolve and do that whole thing. So we did get the Pidgeot off this game. We did not use Dawn. We didn't really need it. If we had an energy in that hand, we could have used it very well, but because we didn't, we decided to opt for another route. Our hand's fine because we have Ultra Ball next turn. We are only doing 70 here, which is pretty lackluster damage, but we are able to attach to ourself, which is pretty good. Let's go ahead and do that. We're threatening Carnelia next turn. So as we saw in the last game, typically where this goes, you try to take one Mega Kangaskhan KO and then go for maybe 2-3 gusts around it if you can. boss is a really important card in this matchup because it's so hard to get through 1, let alone getting through 2. So there's a Crispin coming down, so they are going hard with this thing, which is like equally exciting as it is terrifying, because if they flip 2 heads, our game is just basically over, which honestly might not be a terrible thing. We can just scoop and go next. What I'm hoping they don't do... Okay, good. I was going to say, really hope they don't have Dark plus E-Switch. They do get the Bravery Charm, which is quite annoying. Uh-oh. 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 Oh my god. What the hell, man? That was messed up. Okay. Is this worth playing out, guys? Like, this thing is effective 330 right now. We can't KO it, even with a black belt. I mean, not that we'd be able to use a black belt anyways. It does turn on our counter catcher, so we do over 3 gusts plus the KO through the active at some point. Sure, we'll play it out, I guess. This almost has to be Crispin, doesn't it? Nasty stuff. So let's Crispin first. Get these cards down. Actually, I would rather use the lightning there. Water's our most precious resource, so we'll save that for last. Yeah, in this deck, your most precious resources are water, then fire, and then lightning. We could... I hate this. It sucks. Treating Trap Ghost. No, because then they just attach, move over damage, and then KO us. Like, what are we doing here? It's just a waste of time. Let's get out of here. Skedaddle. Alright, that's fine. Mega Kang with Bouffalante is not a great matchup when they flip double heads off their first Kangaskhan. And that is okay. We can live with that. Give me 1 sec to make sure we're still recording. We're still good. Right. Let's hop back into another game. So yeah, so verbally kind of explaining what's going on. So like against Dragapult, you're kind of down bad. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see Dragapult. Tough to reach the 320. We have Black Belt to get through it once, but Item Lock really hurts us. Goldengo, we're live. We'd love to see Goldengo. We're good. We like that matchup a lot. Obviously, we're fire and they're metal, so that's good. Gardevoir, 50-50, maybe like 45-55. To get an early item lock, it can get a little bit tricky for us, so we don't want that, but we can deal with that. Everything else we are okay into, basically. Like, we can basically navigate our way through anything. Okay. Start's alright. We have an Ultra Ball at least. I was kind of scared there at first. Basically, in this deck, you need to get Fan Rotom plus a Tera of some sort. And our opponent is immediately exposing me for not playing the right Hoot Hoot. So thanks, opponent, for bringing me back down to earth. Let's see what we got. I don't know why I went for that. I definitely want that. Pidgeot. No Dawn, so we're not going to be able to showcase Dawn this game, unfortunately, because it actually seems like it would have been a really good Dawn game. Let's go with those two. We do have the Pidgeot, and we do have the Rare Candy, so that's all that really matters. We don't need to use Dawn necessarily. In the couple games that I was showing earlier before my footage got corrupted, I kept forcing Dawn, or forcing Pidgeot, just because like that's what this video is supposed to be about, right? You want to show off what you're doing in the video, but like it's never worth it. So we have another Hoot Hoot in hand. We need a lot of pieces next turn, but I think this is still fine. Let's go with this. Bench these Hoot Hoots, bench the Eevee. We can afford to do this because our Eevee evolves into a Tera, so we don't have to worry about benching ourselves out. We can pass the turn. Yeah, I feel okay with this. Anyway, so let me tell you the Toronto regional story. So I was recording. I actually don't even, like, I've recorded this same video and told the same story so many times. I don't remember if it was in the first game, so I'm going to tell it now. And if it's in the first game, me explaining this, I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm tweaking out. I feel like, sometimes you're just, like, going through something, and it feels like, yo, this is just, like, a test of my character. This whole YouTube thing and all these corruptions are a test of my character. So we're playing against Noctowl, by the way. Anyways, so I get into I'm recording the first Flareon game. This is like a week ago, and it's 6:53. Red is about to start, so I close it off, stop recording, and I go on to RK9, load up all my stuff. We get going, we're good. 7 o'clock comes around, status quo. Click all the check boxes, 10 seconds, in and out, we're good. I will continue the story in a second. So let's put down this area 0. We actually do kind of want the grass energy in this matchup, but I think for the purpose of what this is, we could probably just get rid of it and then stretcher it later. So, we have one Noctowl in hand. We can grab Pidgeot with this. Noctowl for a rare candy into Pidgeot. Plus one of the pieces we need, so I guess a Tera Orb. I'm not sure if this is enough cards to do it. We could grab Hilda with Noctowl, actually. So maybe we could do this instead. Maybe we go for that. Noctowl for Hilda plus... Yeah, I think this works. I hope this works. Yeah, it has to be this, because we didn't have a Tera otherwise. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So we can Crispin for 1, and then retreat there. Yeah, so we're good there. We need a bench Pokemon still to accelerate 2. If we go Hilda Rare Candy, then we can Rare Candy Pidgeot, plus get an energy attached to Flareon, and then use the Pidgeot to grab a Latias. But then we don't have anything to accelerate to. But I mean, do we really care when we just put on the active? So there's like 1,000 things going through my brain right now. Do we have the other Eevee? That's the next question I have. We do have another Eevee. I don't think this is optimal. I don't think we're supposed to go for Hilda here. I think we're supposed to go for Rare Candy. Like, this is such a... We need Dawn here. Dawn would be literally perfect. Okay. Okay, let's just do it. I think this is fine. So we're going away from the Crispin route. We're going to go for Hilda. Grab the Pidgeot. Oh, we can grab that. That is actually... I forgot we played that card. Cool. Rare Candy Pidgey. Jet this thing into the active. Let's go grab the other Eevee so we can get some stuff going here. It is a shame that this Eevee is actually the one with 200, like the EX. I'd rather this be the baby one so that they didn't target it. But it doesn't look like we have Leafeon anyways, which might make this matchup kind of tricky. We're going to be... I guess we can go for... Maybe instead of Eevee, since we don't have Leafeon, maybe we go for Ogerpon here. Put on some pressure. And let's Burning Charge this thing. That's like the struggle with this deck sometimes. It's like there's like a billion things going through your head at all times. You're like, you have to just account for so many different pieces and try to make the whole puzzle kind of come together. And it's tough to do sometimes. So we do know that since we don't have Leafeon, our best out to Charmander, or to killing Charmander, or Charizard is gone. So what we're going to have to do is a counter catcher for Hoot Hoot. Is it just an attach? Is this hand dead? Okay, this hand is dead. Okay, so I think we can just win here, despite not having our Leafeon. What we will go for here is we would like Sparkling Crystal plus Boss. That gets us to where we need to go. So Nest Ball, I wish we had our Fez. I'd feel a lot better about that, but we don't. It's Pidgeot. As long as we have those pieces, we can just grab Noctowl with this and we'll be okay. We have Boss, we have Sparkling Crystal, sounds good. Let's go ahead and do that. That way we can kill the Pidgey and the Charmander and basically just put this game on ice. Boss Crystal. Crystal that. Boss that. Let's Nest Ball another Hoot Hoot down or something else. Just in case. And then we will Torrential Pump. Feels pretty good. This deck has a lot of power. Like, Ogerpon is seriously good, man. There's a point in time where I think people were kind of iffy about this card, myself included. I was like, I don't know if I really like this card, but you open up Sob, you open up Torrential Pump there. The problem with this deck and like the way it works is you kind of have to like project that you're going to use Ogerpon. Like, you kind of show it a turn before you want to use it, so you lose that like surprise aspect of the whole thing, like where Tera Box is just so good at just surprise Ogerpon, here you go, your board's gone. We kind of like Burning Charge to it. We kind of devote a lot to it because it's tough to... It's really tough in this deck to devote a crystal to your Ogerpon. It almost feels like kind of criminal at some points. So, I don't know. Let's get into one more. We had a good quick win there, so make a quick cut. We'll be back in a sec. All right, we're back. Game 3. Let's get at her. Or Game 4, I guess. We skipped the second one there. See if we can get one more good game in here. So anyway, so I went in with the registration. I hit all the boxes, and we got to the status page. So you see that box that says... All right, your live status is being determined. This will refresh, or it won't refresh, sorry. This will update automatically. You can click and go to payment, or if you're denied, you get the red box and you're done. At this point, I didn't really know that there was only 120 spots opening up. So I'm like, okay, I'm moving as fast as I can. But had I known that, I might have moved even faster. I don't know. Anyways, get to that point, and I get the status message, and the status message says there's an error. This will not automatically update. You need to refresh to see your status. And immediately I'm like, okay, something is like wrong here. Like, I've never seen this in my life. I've been very fortunate to never miss a reg before. And I've never seen this happen. So I'm like, this is just cursed. Like, this is over, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, uh-oh, this is the way it ends. Like, I'm cooked. Anyways, I refresh a couple times. We do have Dawn Rare Candy plus Pidgeot. Lucky is our lucky day. Go ahead and grab this Fan Rotom first. Maybe play out this turn before I start yapping. Fan Call, grab a Hoot Hoot, a Noctowl, and a Pidgey. I think that seems pretty good here. We will probably want an S-Ball for our Eevee EX because we have a lone Eevee on the bench, and it's the good one, so probably go ahead and do that. Get our Tera into play as well. We do have a Leafy on hand too, which is pretty awesome. Go ahead and grab that. And I like to typically go with this here first. But I don't know if I want to do that in this case. That's fine. Whatever. Anyway, so I get this live status. And it says that it won't refresh. So I refresh the page, and it's the same box. It says you need to refresh. So I'm like, okay, cool. 702, 703, refreshing, nothing's happening. Then at 704, I refresh again. And the page goes completely white. And I'm like, oh, God, what just happened? And I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but it was completely white. I checked the URL. The URL's still the same. Everything's still okay, but it's white. And no matter how much I refresh it, it's white, and it won't go away. And so, like, I know how time-sensitive these things are, so I'm starting to tweak out a little bit. And it's like 707, 708, nothing's happening, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, I'm actually going to miss my hometown regionals. Like, I am cooked. It's 708. I can't go out and get back in. Like, that is impossible at this point. So I'm done. Like, it's over. And what ends up happening is I go up on my phone. I'm like, okay, I need to try and sign into Arcane on my phone. So I sign into Arcane on my phone. Nothing happens. I'm not able to get in. Like, the whole site's basically broken at this point. I'm like, all right, it's over. I give up. And I decided, you know what? I'll try one last thing. It's 709 or 710, whatever it is. I'm going to open Safari. I leave Chrome open. I open Safari. I log in. And somehow, some way, I log in and I got taken straight to the payment screen. And I guess it was holding a spot for me, but because it wasn't able to display the page, it wasn't able to sort of like refresh and show me that. And I actually got it into Toronto Regionals. I was so beyond happy, so relieved at this whole thing. And yeah, so I will be going to the regionals right next to my house. Thank God. Could have been really dicey. We did get sobbed there, so we're going to have to evolve the active one and go around this whole sob business, which is fine. Let's go ahead and do that. We have Crispin in hand, but we need to retreat now, unfortunately. But we also do have Jet Energy if we choose to use that, if we would like to. What is our plan here? So we could get Crystal plus Dawn. Crystal that thing. Dawn for Noctowl, Pidgeot. No, we're missing a piece. No, we're good. That will commit our whole board, but you know what? Just for the purpose of using Dawn, I want to do this, okay? There's no other reason to do this. I don't think I would do this normally, but I want to use Dawn, so let's use Dawn. We get to grab a Noctowl here, we get to grab the Pidgeot, and we can grab like some random like basic Pokemon. I think it doesn't hurt to grab Fez at any point. Or actually, let's grab a Hoot Hoot. That seems better. Yeah, grab Hoot Hoot. Okay, so we have this. Let's Noctowl again. We need Rare Candy plus, what's the last card we need? Need some way to, I was thinking about something. Oh, we need Flareon. Of course we do. Let's grab those. And let's Terra Orb for the Flareon. Let's Rare Candy the Pidgeot. Let's Pidgeot for an energy. It's so complicated, man. There's so many moving parts. We could just grab a Jet as well. That actually doesn't seem terrible. Just Jet the Flareon active in the idea that we're just going to Burning Charge this turn anyways. I think that feels okay. I mean, like, is there any point in keeping the Jet on the Flareon, though? Maybe we just go for the basic energy. Go for the grass. We're never going to use it. Let's go do that. Let's evolve the Flareon. Let's retreat this into here. Hello? We don't have a Hoot Hoot on the board, but I mean, like, we'll live. Let's just Burning Charge the other guy. put on some like meaningful energy. So fire and water are used by both Flareon and Leafeon, so you typically want to go for those two. Those are the most valuable ones, as I was kind of touching on there. Not sure if we'll really use Leafeon in this matchup, but it's not terrible either, because Moss Agate can actually be quite good. Just hit a consistent 230 on these little squishy EXs. But yeah, so that scared the life out of me. That whole like registration thing. I was telling the boys, I'm like, I'm cooked. It's over. A bunch of errors I've never seen in my life. I still to this day don't know what happened to RK9. Like I was like, it just like kind of straight up broke. And I know there was at least like 600 people trying to get into 120 spots, so I got quite fortunate there. Hitting this Ogre Pond doesn't do a whole lot for us, to be honest with you. Like, I'm thinking at some point maybe we can use our own Ogre Pond to clean this up along with a one prizer if we need to even up a prize trade of some sort, but it's not doing a terrible amount for us. I am going to shamelessly order Uber Eats, though, as they're playing out their turn here, because I'm hungry and I got a coach in like half an hour. What should I order? What am I feeling today? Bet you've never seen a man Uber Eats order live on a video. Kind of want a pizza. Thursday Night Football too. Firehouse subs, buy one get one off. Buy one get one free. Now you got me thinking. Okay. We can go Firehouse, get 2 subs. Yeah, I kind of mess with this. Let's grab a large sub. No mustard, no mayo, because you know how we do. It's nasty stuff. We don't want that. Let's add some bell peppers. Cucumbers on a sub, is that weird? Yeah. Upgraded garlic bread. Feels like it's going to put me in a hospital, but low-key, like, I'm kind of down. Then I need to order $25 minimum according to Uber Eats. So let's do that too. Love walking you guys through my Uber Eats orders. What the hell just happened? I just got Topaz pulled out of nowhere. Okay. Yeah, that... Alright, don't order Uber Eats while playing Pokemon. Cool. What the hell is that? Jesus. Okay, how am I responding to this? So they can... Yeah, they can totally do that again too if they just get a Crispin. Let's re-establish our board first and foremost. How do I want to go about this? So we can easily evolve into like whatever and then smack this, or we can go around it and KO one of the bench Pokemon and just hope they don't have another Crispin. We do not have the access of a Noctowl right now because we overbenched a little bit last turn. I think we'll go with the Fez here off the nest and just see what we can pull out. We do have a Crispin, which is nice too. Okay. Ultra Ball can get us Flareon. If we want to just Burning Charge the Ogre Pond. Or we can Burning Charge this too. Actually, that probably is a little bit better. Are we going to need Briar? No, I don't think so. There's no real way we take one prize here. So let's go ahead and bomb that. Don't think we need Latias anymore either. Grab Flareon. Oh. This could actually be quite good. Use Crown Opal? How are they going to get around that? I like it. All we have left is a Lightning. So that might make this a little bit more difficult. We have a Fire in hand too. But Fire doesn't do anything with Terapagos. Interesting. Okay. I'm not sure if this Terapagos thing actually works. I don't think it does. If we had a Noctowl, it would work, because we would need a Night Stretcher this turn, a relevant energy, and then Burning Charge the other relevant energy. Because we can't, we might get ourselves in a bit of a pickle here. I guess we're just gonna go for a beatdown and just hope they don't have Crispin this turn. We can always go through an Iono next turn, and then we'll survive that too. So let's go ahead and use the counter catcher here, I guess. I suppose we also have no way of putting it down on the board, which is a thing I kind of forgot about. CC that. They have a random Ditto on their board too. Is there any world where we attach to Pidgeot and just blustery win this at some point? The math is like conveniently inconvenient because we can't Rotom it. Otherwise, that'd be really awesome. We have Crispin. I mean, I'm not going to use it, but we have Crispin. All right, go to the Burning Charge. We are going to attach the second one to Pidgeot because like we're down bad at this point. We can always just Night Stretcher for the other energy that we need to Carnelian if that opportunity does come up. Yeah, that Pikachu got me out of nowhere. They're promoting the Pikachu. It makes me think they have Raw Crispin in hand. And if they do, then this is going to get really, really dicey. Okay, that's a Lily. Okay. And we killed the thing with the energy on it by design so that they hopefully don't have E-Switch plus attach. Should I order a cookie or a drink to get up to my $25 threshold? Let's order a drink. My girl's been gone for a week, bro. We got no groceries in this place, man. There's no way I'm at $24.57 and not $25. I'm actually going to lose it. What else can I order? This is so unfortunate. Okay. All right, so now we have another question. Do we just boss KO something? Do we tickle this Pikachu? I feel like if we like KO this Hoot, how are they ever finding Crispin, right? But my other concern from there is we don't have another boss. We're on to our last boss here. So if we go for boss here and we don't just randomly tickle this thing, it's gonna get a little dicey. Oh, we have a boss prize, so maybe we can just play to get the boss. Okay, all right, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we are going to do. We are going to Pidgeot for this, and we're gonna Noctowl for boss. So I guess attaching the lightning was a mistake here, after all, because we could have used it on the Flareon. But I don't want to put my Flareon in harm's way here. If they're gonna kill something, kill the Pidgeot. Let's grab that. Let's grab the stretcher, so we're gonna need that too. We know we're probably not gonna get Iono'd, I don't think. Let's jet this thing active. Let's boss this guy. And let's Blustery Wind. And I think we are going to discard this this stadium. Do we have a Noctowl in here? No. So if we discard the stadium, they probably bomb. They need to keep this. They need to keep this. So there will be a target on there no matter what. So let's bomb the stadium. That way we can get a Noctowl in our discard, and then have a Night Stretcher option to get a Noctowl as well, because we're going to probably lose our Pidgeot. This game actually just got really, really interesting. I think we're going to keep the Fan Rotom there. Yeah, no need to get rid of that. Very, very interesting, actually, because, like, now you're in, like, a battle of attrition, basically. We got a Water, and we got a Grav Mountain, neither of which particularly help us here. Somehow I've managed to screw up my my order here. Alright, I give up, bro. I'm gonna do this when I'm done the video. I don't know what's going on. So they did have the Noctowl, which is fine. That's gonna happen. But like, so what do you get here? They go for Crispin, KO, or Pidgeot. We didn't draw the boss off the prizes, so that's gonna make our life a little bit harder. What we can do next turn is if they do just go for the straight Crispin, we could just Iono and then, wait, Nest Ball boss. Are you going for a bear? What are you going for here? Ogremon, okay. Maybe even more sustainable way to get this up besides Crispin. Okay, cool. I think next turn what we have to do then is just go for the Iono play to a low number and just hit into the Pikachu, because we have no way to go around it anymore, unfortunately. We didn't draw the boss that we needed. Had we drawn boss, the game's just over.
Yeah, this did get really interesting. We get our Pidgeot absolutely annihilated, which is what we expected. We're now both in Briar range, which is hilarious, because I was like, yeah, we don't need Briar. We don't need Briar this game. We're good. And, like, to be fair, we didn't really need Briar this game. I think it's fine. I think we're going to put... do we open the door for them to Briar us? What are they going to Briar us with, though? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Rotom versus Flareon, I don't think it matters at this point. Yeah, let's just do it. Alright, let's play a game called Boss Simulator. Let's throw that there. Throw that there. I kind of want to build up my second hand and not my first, so I could risk trying to get an Iono off this without using my Noctowl, but I don't love my odds. Yeah, we're going to be in a tough spot if we have no Noctowls on the board, though, or no Hoothoots available, so let's try and rip it. We did not hit it, unfortunately. Let's play a nest, see what we got in here. Probably not a whole lot. We got a bear. I mean, that's not a bad thing to put down. We have 2 stretchers. Our win con is... if we hit this for 70, there's nothing they can do to prevent us from winning with a burning charge next turn besides go into the Mew. And I guess so I guess Mew is a good way for them to copy burning charge and copy Carnelian and win. So maybe we will not get a bear here. We're going to use the stretcher to get, regrettably, a Hoot instead of an energy. We're going to do this. We're going to search for the Iono. I think we'll just get rid of something that we don't want to see. So that's fine. Is there anything in here we can... I mean, Ultra Ball is an out. But there's not... I don't think there's anything left to grab with it. Yeah, there's 4 Noctowls. Yeah, okay, cool. So we can just bomb a bunch of stuff that we don't care about. Let's get rid of those. We don't draw them again. Let's grab a card we don't want. Put it at the top. And then let's Iono this down. Hit them for 70. Hope they draw basically nothing. And go from there. So yeah, so I guess it's a good thing that we didn't go in with the Flareon. Because the Flareon opened up a door that I didn't really realize that they could just get Crispin and win with the Mew. That being said, they have no way to pivot right now. There's no Latias on the field and no space to bench one. They did draw raw Crispin. I'm not sure what this is going to do for them here. Maybe they get an energy to try and draw with Teal Dance. Looks like they only had 1 energy in there anyways. It's probably going to be retreating to a 1 prizer and pass, I would assume. Vitality Band. If you're the opponent here and you can't win, surely you retreat into Noctowl and you try to bait me to go into... oh. You're going to Fan. Okay. Can you kill me with your Fan? But you're already attached. I don't know how I feel about what just happened. Because if I'm the opponent, right, I guess they're trying to bait out Fez in their own way. I have to take the KO there because I have no Gust left, right? And I don't have that either. So there's no way for me to win if I don't KO that eventually. If I'm the opponent there, I feel like I want to buy more time. So I go into the Noctowl and try and bait out the Flareon. Then again, my opponent also just Crispin for 1 energy. So I'm not sure how they're doing on resources. This is actually like super intriguing, this game. I'm ashamed that I was ordering Firehouse subs through half of it and I didn't even get my order in properly. It's nasty stuff for me. This is actually very intriguing. And this is why I like Flareon, guys. Like, it's fun. It's just straight up fun. What do they need here to win? They need, like, energy switch plus boss. It's a lot of cards, man. All that without a Noctowl. Another Hoot comes down. So they're past the point where they can run away. They can no longer run away. Like, you basically have to just face on what this is. The only way you maybe don't lose here is if you retreat into like Ogerpon or Fez and you pass and you hope I don't have a Lightning, which I mean wouldn't be terrible right here because I straight up don't have a Lightning. They have Bear. Okay, so I guess they're playing for Bear Boss. I kind of forgot that deck even played Bear. Yeah, you play for Bear Boss. Okay. I think that's a good line. They don't have it, but it's a good line. Let's see. We get a Jet. Jet's not doing a whole lot for us here. We actually might lose this game. So if we Ultra Ball, we have no targets. Oh, hang on. I think I got something. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was kind of terrifying. All right, cool. What a game. That was a great game. So, like, yeah, there, I guess, I don't know why they didn't retreat into their own bear, I guess, at that point. Because, like, what are you scared of? There's the boss. Thanks for coming out. If they retreat into their own bear, I don't think we have a way to win. And then we're still kind of in a spot where we're, like, just boss simulator, which we didn't have. So, anyways, all in all, that was a great game to end it off on. I think we had a great time playing this deck. I will leave it down in the description for you guys to try out. I think this build actually has a lot of promise, like, now that I'm playing it a little bit more. So I'm excited. Give it a shot. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you feel about the meta in general, about this deck, where it fits in. I know it's in kind of a touchy spot, but let me know how you feel about it. If you're new here, please do like and subscribe. Helps me a ton. A lot of YouTubers don't talk about this, but getting to the 500 and the 1,000 mark of subscribers is really, really important. It's a way to, like, I do this for fun, so I don't really care, but it's always nice to kind of monetize what you're doing as well, so it kind of helps me get to that point. So if you guys don't mind helping me out, that is a huge help. Share it around with your friends, do whatever. But most of all, thank you for being here. I'll be out with another episode soon. Take care. Peace.